As our seniors head back to their seats, can we please give Mr. Mikowski and the Park Singers and Senior Choir another round of applause, please. Good evening, parents, guests, and graduates. My name is Astein Osei, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to St. Louis Park High School's 119th commencement ceremony. This evening, we have the pleasure of seeing 350 St. Louis Park seniors participate in commencement ceremony, which marks the transition from high school to the next stage in each student's life. It is an honor for me to be here with you and participate in this celebration with you on this proud, very special occasion. Can we give our seniors a round of applause, please? Graduates, each of you have worked extremely hard over the years to get to this moment. As I look in the bleachers and along the fence line of the stadium, I see thousands of people who love you and have played a significant role in you being here tonight to experience this moment. We have a core value in the St. Louis Park Public School District that states everyone has the capacity and responsibility to contribute to the well-being of others. Well, it's clear to me that the family and friends that are here tonight to support you have contributed to your well-being. I'm a firm believer that none of us make it to where we are on our own, and this celebration of your success is another example of the power of community. So graduates, would you please join me in acknowledging the family and friends who are here this evening that have supported you over the years. Class of 2018, I would like to thank each of you for your contribution in making our school district such a wonderful place. I have been impressed by the knowledge, skills, passion, and attitudes you have demonstrated on matters that impact our school community and all of humanity. I am thankful for your leadership, and there is no doubt in my mind that each of you will find success in the future. I pray that you stay committed to your dreams and to tune out those that tell you you can't. I affectionately refer to those people as the haters. My mom used to tell me, Astein, haters are gonna hate, so stay focused on your dreams and don't let anything get in your way. Later this evening, you will receive your diploma and officially graduate from St. Louis Park High School and join the thousands of Park alumni who live and work all around the world. As you take the next steps in your life, I want you to know how proud I am of each of you, and I am looking forward to the tremendous impact you will have on this community, our state, the country, and the world. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Haley Erickson. Could you come join us up here to introduce our distinguished alum?
Every person with a disability is an individual. I wanted to start off with these words spoken by Itzhak Perlman, who is a disabled worldwide violinist performer, to shed light on these talented people we consider different from us. I'd like to introduce to all of you today Paula Goldberg, who is who is the executive director of the Pacer Center. She and her board of directors work hard to expand opportunities for children and young adults with disabilities to enhance their quality of life and reach their highest potential. Like myself, Paula Goldberg is a true optimist who believes that we all have skills and aspirations. What Paula does is incredibly important to me because she has made it possible for individuals with disabilities to achieve their goals. My younger brother Ryan, who was diagnosed with autism at a young age, has an extremely charismatic personality. Despite being labeled as disabled, he is one of the most intelligent people in the most creative way. One day, he aspires to act in Hollywood, and what Paula does will help him and so many others achieve their dreams. Please join me in welcoming Paula Goldberg to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Haley, for your kind words. And I'm very honored to be here with all of you graduates and your families tonight and to accept this very special award. I'd like to thank Gordy Kaplan and Katie Johnson-Hallberg and my classmates for their leadership and their nomination. Also, thank you for the superintendent and for Nancy for inviting me. Congratulations to all 350 of you graduating tonight. As I look out at you, I see the diversity. We didn't have that diversity when I graduated from St. Louis Park, and I think it's terrific. It also makes me think of my 4 grandparents who came as immigrants to this country. My father never graduated from high school. He had to work to support his family. So he made sure with my mother that both my sister and I would graduate high school and college. I'm here tonight because I'm a founder of Pacer Center, a nonprofit, and I am an entrepreneur. I would never have said that, but my older son, David, wrote that about me in the New York Times a few years ago. And I was very touched, so I'm sharing that with you. We help parents of children and young adults with any disability, including mental health, kids with depression and anxiety. I started on this journey as a 4th grade teacher. I did that for 3 years. And I also decided to be with Pacer and help start Pacer. And every night I go home knowing that we have helped a child. I know this because parents tell us this. You as graduates need to find work that you love to do. It may take a few years, as it did with me, but that's okay. I helped start Pacer in 1978 because we felt all parents needed to know about special education law and what their rights are. There were 4 of us part-time. We received a grant for 3 years from the federal government and had a budget of $71,000, and we were thrilled. We were to serve the whole state of Minnesota, and we thought we'd be done in 3 years serving all kids with disabilities. However, I even applied to go to law school and was accepted. These are there so I don't hear the echo, but I hear it anyway. So I chose not to go to law school, but I chose to stay with Pacer and develop innovative projects to help children and young adults. Today, Pacer has almost 80 staff, 30 projects were national and even international. I started the first program in India for children with disabilities using assistive technology. We recently opened an office in Los Angeles and have affiliates all over the country. 12 years ago, we started the National Bullying Prevention Center. How many of you ever heard of PACER's National Bullying Prevention Center? A few of you? Okay, good. A father wrote a horrific letter to me from a suburb about his son being bullied by 6 boys in 7th grade. These 6 boys took his son's head and put it over and over again against a locker, and the school didn't do anything. He didn't want to read, he didn't want to go to school, but the school didn't stop it. We sent a PACER advocate to this school to make the bullying stop. After I read the letter, this horrific letter, and I'm not going into all the details, I told 5 staff members that we have to change the culture in this society, that we have to make every child safe. And thank you. And that talks about gun control, too. The National Bullying Prevention Center is for all children, not just children with disabilities. If we can save one life, that's what matters in this world. We have at PACER an assistive technology center with robots for when students cannot go to school. They may be in a hospital, they may have an immune deficiency. We give the kids iPads so they can operate these robots. I invite all of you and your families, even though there's thousands of people here, to come and take a tour of PACER. But please don't all come at once. We wouldn't have room. You as graduates can help make the world a better place every day. Be kind, inclusive, and respectful. You are important. You are the future. And please remember to vote this November.
Thank you, Principal Meyers, Superintendent Osei, school board members, parents, and most importantly, the class of 2018 for being here today. Woo! My name is Sophie Yarosh, and I am the 2018 class president. I am honored to be standing here today as a third-generation member of my family to graduate from St. Louis Park High School. Some might think being so well-rooted in this community, in addition to my dad being on the school board for 16 years, helped me become student council president. But the real reason I'm standing here in front of you today is because I ran unopposed. Running for student council was surprisingly one of the only decisions I didn't question. For those of you who don't know me well, I often struggle with making decisions, even the simple ones. For example, every time I eat out, and I mean every time, I need to ask the server their favorite item on the menu, quiz them about all the specials, and then ultimately, I ask them to decide my order. Buying new tennis shoes could take me hours because I feel the need to ask every person in the store for their opinion. So, when it came time to decide what message I wanted to convey to all of you, I knew it might not be so easy. How could I pick one or two things I wanted to say about this class and community when there are countless ideas that came to mind? I knew I wanted to talk about the amount of amazing clubs our school has, organized and led by students with so much passion for what they are doing. I also knew I wanted to talk about all of the accomplishments we've made this year, like our football team making it to state for the first time ever, 2018 being the first ever St. Louis Park student versus teacher basketball game, and our homecoming dance being less than half the price of past years, making it the best attended and most accessible high school dance ever. After such an incredible year, we are all sitting here right at the cusp of making huge decisions in our lives. No matter what each of us will be doing in the future, we will at some point be faced with difficult decisions. But we are ready. Our tight-knit community has been a stable and grounding place that has provided us with the comfort of being surrounded by many familiar people. In an era of open choice, people choose to come to our school from all over at numbers that far exceed people who leave. And as we each head out on our own, no matter how far we venture from St. Louis Park, it is reassuring to know we will always have a supportive place to return to. St. Louis Park is such a supportive community, in part because of the adversity we have faced. During our school years, we've experienced many sudden tragedies that have hit us hard. During these difficult times, the hashtag SLPstrong often appeared. When the community has endured hard times, this hashtag is often shared as a way to support St. Louis Park. SLPstrong has impacted me tremendously and has taught me about resilience and the power of community. I know I will utilize these lessons for the rest of my life. When I'm struggling, I will remember the strong community I was surrounded by and people who overcame adversity. And when I'm succeeding, it will be a reminder that I have a community cheering me on always. SLPstrong connects us all because wherever we may be in the future, this expression can be a reminder of where we come from and who we are. As I reflect on my experience at St. Louis Park, I can confidently say I feel prepared for my future. Now, if you ask me what I want to do, I will probably respond with, I have absolutely no idea, along with many of you, I'm sure. But because of the strong foundation St. Louis Park has given me, I know who I am and what my values are. As I continually work to improve upon my decision-making skills, my wish to the class of 2018 is that even when we face our most difficult decisions in life, we will remember that we are SLPstrong and that each and every one of us sitting here today, having reached this milestone, has the tools to make the best decisions for ourselves as we move forward. Cheers and congratulations to us, class of 2018. Smile! Selfie! Oops.
Good evening, teachers, families, friends, and the class of 2018. About 3 months ago, I was sitting in math class with two of my best friends when one of them turned and said to the other, do you think we'll be friends after we graduate? One of these seniors is committed to a top 4-year university, and the other is pursuing an inspiring athletic career. And while realistically both might be on different paths, That question was shocking for me to hear. Terrified at the thought of leaving two of my closest friends, I jumped in, saying something along the lines of, "Stop, that's so sad. We have 3 more months." But in the blink of an eye, I'm standing on this stage, attempting to give a last message to all of you, confused at how the time went by so fast. And while throughout my senior year, I've said countless times to my peers, I'm so ready to graduate, it is these last 3 months of high school that have allowed me to truly realize what it means to be ready. If graduating means leaving my family, my friends, my teachers, my community, and my dog, then I'm definitely not ready. However, I have come to a new understanding of what graduating means to me. It doesn't mean abandoning my friends or my family. It means stepping out of my comfort zone in order to explore the world, meet new people, and find out what I am truly passionate about. The St. Louis Park School District does an exceptional job of not only preparing students for whatever they choose to do after high school, but fostering an environment in which students can build connections with each other that will last a lifetime. The connections we have made as a class, although they may be contained in the walls of this school, are rooted in the memories we have created. Although I am scared to leave not only those 2 friends in my math class, but every other person I have shared memories with throughout the last 4 years, I feel ready to take the next step, knowing the support system I have here will always be there if I need to call on it. In this moment, whether you feel like my 2 friends in math class wondering what the future holds, or you're just awaiting the next few months of summer, no matter how far you wander, St. Louis Park will always be home to some of your strongest relationships. When moving on to your future, be confident those bonds are still here, whether it's your family, community, or friends continuing to raise you up. Trusting that our relationships will continue after today, I'm incredibly proud and grateful to be sharing this moment and all future moments with all of you. Thank you.
2 years ago, Jamie Halper delivered a speech at this podium addressing the same issues I would like to address now. Today, however, I'm proud to be a person of color delivering a speech regarding the lack of integration of the non-white student body in higher level classes. And this progression truly shows the growth of St. Louis Park. However, we still have quite a ways to go. St. Louis Park struggles to produce students of color who take higher level classes, which is probably why I'm one of the first and few non-white valedictorians, even though St. Louis Park boasts a higher than average diversity score, with 40% of the students identifying as non-white. I could count on one hand the number of fellow black students that I see in my daily classes. Olivia Massey, Uba Abdullahi, Samaya Muhammad, Muhammad, and Anna Dusair. Taking higher level classes doesn't make one student superior to another. However, when the vast majority of the students taking a certain level of class are all the same skin color, it does reflect the reoccurring pattern in St. Louis Park of students of color being less likely to excel academically. Something that comes as a result of a white-dominated classroom is when we are split into groups, teachers compensate for the lack of diversity by requesting that we split into groups with multiple perspectives. This essentially means that the few students of color are split up. We are encouraged to spread out in order to share our perspective with the class. I don't doubt the genuine intentions in this practice. However, when we do this, our voices and our experiences are exploited. If we are ever to discuss an issue prevalent in the African American community or anything regarding black people in a room dominated by white students, the room hushes when a student of color raises their hand to speak. And even if I didn't say anything so profound, the students around me nod their heads solemnly. Even though many black and brown students are deprived of their own history at this school. But that's besides the point. A perspective from a black or brown student in a high-level academic discussion should be something that is something that is celebrated, of course, but it should not be surprising or rare. Until St. Louis Park is able to make the change, I challenge students of color to embrace the dependence people at St. Louis Park have placed on your perspective in pursuit of a diverse classroom. Take advantage of the weight your words hold and strive to rule your classroom. St. Louis Park cannot claim a globally minded or diverse excellence until the excellence of our students of color is fully realized. Thank you.
Have you ever had a coloring book you wanted it to use so badly you never used it? Like, you take it out, you look at it, you flip through its pages, and then you put it away. You put it away because you know one day you might really want to use that coloring book. And if you use it today, it might not be available when you want to. Time goes on, years pass by, you take it out, you look at it, you flip through its pages, and then you put it away. Suddenly you're in high school, and that Land Before Time coloring book is not nearly as exciting as it used to be. But you've got a brand new set of watercolor paints you want to use. But if you use it today, they might not be available when you really want to use them. We're told it's good to delay gratification. Multiple studies show that those who delay gratification have high achievement. But at what point do we stop? If we face life with the same mindset as the coloring book, then the present is lived for the future. Such precaution, although safe, can leave life empty. In much the same way, the unused pages of the coloring book are left deprived of color. Each of us have different life goals for which we will delay gratification. We work hard so we can save up for a rainy day, vacation, or retirement, all of which are good options. But in the short term, we forget to enjoy ourselves. It can be easy to get caught up in the future. What might happen? What might go wrong? The endless possibilities are dizzying. But the key is to remember what you want from life. If you must put off immediate satisfaction to reach your goals, then by all means, delay gratification. But as with the coloring book, if the delay does not lend itself to your goal, then know it's okay to enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, it is up to you to choose what's important in your life. What goals are worth delaying gratification for, and what gratification is worth giving up goals? Well, ultimately, the decision lies with you. I leave one last piece of wisdom to guide you on your way. In the infamous words of Tom Haverford, sometimes you have to work a little to ball a lot.
I would be nowhere near the person I am today without the impact of the various values I have learned from both the St. Louis Park community and my family. My grandfather, Conrad Balfour, is someone who I take especially great inspiration from and strive to be more like on a daily basis. Being born to a Jamaican mother and a white father, my grandfather faced adversity from a young age, lacking a father presence and being pushed to pass as white in many social settings because of his light skin. As an adult, my grandfather grew into a very outspoken, intelligent, and compassionate person. He took these values into his profession, where he became a local civil rights activist and eventually the head of the Human Rights Department for the state of Minnesota in the early 1970s. His involvement with the African American, Hispanic, Native American, and LGBTQ
Civil rights movements made him a prominent figure in Minnesota during his time. Despite him passing when I was 9, I feel grateful for the rest of my family's work to keep his legacy intact and values upheld. This is what makes me especially grateful to be a member of the St. Louis Park community, because the compassion I see throughout the students and the faculty would make my family and my grandfather extremely proud. St. Louis Park puts great emphasis on challenging people to be open-minded, supportive, and vocal with their beliefs. Looking around, I feel so proud to be a part of a community that has so much diversity in both background and in thought. Park's work to create an atmosphere that can be filled with varying opinions and engaging discussions has taught us students some very essential lessons. In the near future, no matter geographically where we are, we will all be interacting with a variety of people, many of whom we might not share any commonalities with. However, I'm confident St. Louis Park has taught us how to interact and engage effectively in conversation in these types of situations. And most importantly, Park has taught us how to remain respectful and open-minded to these different opinions. The progress my grandfather envisioned is exemplified countlessly by the extraordinary community that is St. Louis Park, making me thankful that I've been part of such an experience. Thank you. Oh, no.
An Austrian psychiatrist by the name of Viktor Frankl once said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." Ultimately, this space referenced by Mr. Frankl is the source of mankind's free will. Class of 2018, every single day of your adult life, you will be faced with countless stimuli. Each of these individual moments in your life will force you to make a decision. And it is the way that we react to such stimuli that truly defines who we are as people. This split second between events in our lives and our reaction to them is the single most formative time in our existence. For every decision you make sets a precedent for every single decision you will make in the future. As you go forward from this wonderful community, I challenge you to grow comfortable in that space. I challenge you to respond not based on emotion or outside influence, but based on what you truly desire. For, as humans, the greatest gift we possess is self-determination. This self-determination comes not from choosing what happens to you, but instead choosing your response to events in your life. So take advantage of this gift. Use it to construct a life not based on what society or your parents want, not based on what is easiest, most comfortable, or even what you think is best for those around you. Use this gift of free will to construct a life that you are truly content with. As I look out on all of you seniors today, it is clear to me how different this contentedness will manifest itself in the lives of each of you. Nonetheless, I'm confident that each one of you will learn to grow comfortable in this space between stimuli and response and ultimately create a life which you are content with. Thank you.
Hello, SLP students, staff, family, and graduating class of 2018. 2018 has been a year of amplified student voices. Nationally, students are standing up to make change. But these changes aren't just national headlines. Student-led determination is strong here at Park. When we feel the need for change, we take action in the form of walkouts, panels, writing, art, and so much more. But the reason our voices carry so much power here in SLP isn't just because we're determined. It's because our community meets our opinions with respect. This is a graduating class full of bright, passionate, caring individuals with potential who have been met with a community that gives the opportunity to explore it. Here are 4 examples. 1, at school, teachers and administration have encouraged students to express their feelings, from providing space in C350 for important conversations to showing support for the recent uncensored panel about race in our schools. Both events school-supported, but student-organized. 2, during the March for Our Lives walkout, community members of all ages lined the streets, encouraging with posters, while Mayor Jake Spano walked alongside student participants. Again, community-supported, but student-led and student-organized. 3, while at other schools, freedom of the press is blocked by administrations who insist on reading and approving of content, Park's student newspaper, The Echo, remains uncensored. The content is community-read, but student-run and created. And yes, that includes all the typos. 4, our city council passed the most aggressive environmental policy in the state of Minnesota this year, which will make Park carbon neutral by 2040. Yeah. The policy, community adopted, but student initiated and student written. The list of times that our ideas, feelings, and determination have been not only supported, but respected and treated as a priority are practically never ending. And as we all know, it's not this way everywhere. Because we've had the opportunity to feel listened to, we know the strength that comes with it. And because of that, we have an obligation to carry the supportive spirit of Park with us into our futures. If we can take the lessons of respect, support, willingness to listen with us, we have the opportunity to unite an ever-dividing world. So, I leave you today with a very simple thank you to anyone in Park who has helped us feel heard, and an encouragement to the graduates to carry Park's legacy with us into the world. Thank you.
Oh no. During the peak of every major assignment, project, or test this year, I would, without fail, hear one of my classmates say, "Once I get through this test, I'm done," or "It'll all be over after this presentation." And it's never true. Even with your schoolwork coming to an end these past couple weeks, other things have taken their place. College placement tests, roommate searches, job applications. There will always be things to do, projects to finish, weeks where you are just living to get through it. But my hope for each and every one of you is that you find a way to break that cycle, and each day appreciate where you are at and what you have accomplished. Halfway through our senior year, I decided I was going to stop focusing on just getting through assignments. And honestly, it was tough. So, while you're all sitting here thinking, once this girl's speech is over, we can finally get on to graduation, I want all of you to take a moment to think about how far you've come. All those essays, homework assignments, books read are done. Really, when this ceremony is over, you'll be done with high school. So, break that cycle for just a few seconds and be grateful for the accomplishments that have brought you this far, amidst your classmates, teachers, families, and kids you didn't know still went to our school. My hope is that each of you will find a way to live your life, not just getting through each day, but truly experiencing your successes as well as your failures. Congratulations, graduates, and thanks for a great 4 years, St. Louis Park High School.
All right, well, thank you again, parents, families, guests, and graduates for joining us tonight. The class of 2018 will be a class I will not soon forget. As I look at this amazing class, I can see students who solve problems, learn collaboratively, and overcome the challenges set before them. I'm about to read a quote, and I promise you I didn't just make it up because it's amazingly intertwined with what our students had just shared with us. The quote is from poet and author Maya Angelou, and it's very fitting for this graduating class. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. To the valedictorians that were just speaking up here, I want you to know I heard you, and I see you, and I see how we can do better as a school. You have my commitment that we will make the changes we need to become better as a school, because we're learning with you just as you're learning with us. The senior class gives me hope for our future. I feel very fortunate to have witnessed the accomplishments and accolades of this class. Many times our rapidly changing world has placed challenges in front of us. St. Louis Park High School class of 2018, I'm inspired by your desire to lead us all towards change. Many in this class have led fearlessly. Many in this class have assumed the role of learner as well as teacher within the school and community. A few examples are student leaders participating in the Civil Rights Research Experience, and they've presented to our board, our community, and to our teachers. Students who have developed a climate action plan with our city council that was mentioned earlier in the speeches. And our business innovation students that learned and modeled productivity plans with our career and college readiness board that amazingly they were implementing in their own businesses. As students had mentioned before, our amazing diversity is what makes St. Louis Park uniquely strong and proud. Please take the lessons that we have learned together and taught one another to contribute confidently in the new places that you find yourselves. I encourage each one of you to live the district mission of St. Louis Park Schools by seeking your own pathways to success in the next phase of your life, remembering the intrinsic worth that everyone possesses as you meet new people and join new communities. Be ready and willing to contribute to society and continue to provide a safe and nurturing environment wherever you go to energize and enhance the spirit of those around you. My greatest hope for the class of 2018 is that the high-quality education provided to you at St. Louis Park High School creates opportunities throughout your future. Good luck to all of you in your future endeavors. And at this moment, I would like the graduates to please stand as I present you to our school board chair. St. Louis Park Board of Education Chair Karen Waters. The seniors assembled here this evening have completed all the requirements established by the St. Louis Park School Board, the State Board of Education, and the North Central Association of Secondary Schools. I recommend these students to be awarded diplomas this evening. It is with great pride and confidence that I present this class of 2018.
I accept you all. Congratulations, class of 2018. I am so proud of all of you. It does not matter whether you are the valedictorian or just made it by the thinnest of margins. Here we are on this beautiful night in this beautiful stadium to celebrate you beautiful, wonderful people. Can you think back to your first day of school in St. Louis Park Public Schools? Was it kindergarten? Was it third grade? Maybe it was the high school. It doesn't matter when you became an Oriole You are an Oriole. You will always be an Oriole. Orioles have hopes and dreams. These are so important. My hope for the class of 2018 is that you will always nurture your dreams. This takes a lot of work, practice, and dedication. I'm going to paraphrase one of my favorite storytellers, Ira Glass, who said, "It is only by going through a large volume of work that you will close the gap between your beginner status, and then the work that you will do will be as good as your ambitions. It may take you a lifetime, but hey, you're Orioles." My dream for the class of 2018 is that you will embrace lifelong learning. Learning never stops. You will continue to be tested in all of your endeavors. But there is one last lesson that I hope you carry with you always. The real test is being kind to unkind people. You're navigating a wonderful yet challenging world. Kindness is not about being nice. It takes real courage to be kind. Kindness is generous and considerate. You have the capacity to extend kindness when you know who you are and what you stand for. This is your work. Become confident in who you are and not what you do in terms of an occupation. It is not the easiest path, but in the end, it will give you the most satisfaction. You, the class of 2018, are Orioles.
All right, and now our favorite part of the evening, if I could have our junior attendants come forward. All right, we will now begin with the presentation of diplomas.
Amina Abdullahi.
Uba Abdullahi.
Emmanuel Abebe.
Lisbeth Acosta.
Karan Adams.
Deka Adan.
Zachariah Aden.
Abdirahman Ahmed.
Lily Albright.
Abdi Wahab Ali.
Miryam Ali.
Samra Ali.
Uba Ali.
Ramir Alawoni.
Shashana Altman.
Rachel Anderson.
Ava Arago.
Alondra Arellano Espinosa.
Cameron Arco.
Daryl Armstrong III.
Donald Arndt.
Skylet Ashford.
Brian Asumari.
Julia Ostad.
Jessica Baker.
Samuel Baker.
Benjamin Bakken.
Kane Balance.
Litsi Uredi Balboina Tapia.
Alexandra Balfour.
William Basil.
Kaylee Bauman.
Nicholas Benson.
Spencer Bergen.
James Best.
Amanda Byer.
Malaika Biggie Rendavi.
Anis Bile.
Samuel Bernberg.
Trinity Belkey.
Kyla Bonin.
India Sarah Booker.
Ruchama Borg.
Anthony Brandel.
Chantel Brazina.
Catherine Brinkman.
Kenya Brooks.
Kiana Brooks. Lewis Brown.
Olivia Bruce.
Thomas Bryant.
Hava Bookbinder.
Dabriana Bird.
LaRon Camp.
Graham Campbell Prue.
Daphne Carmona Rios.
Michael Carr.
Madison Casio.
Tenzin Choyang.
Wyatt Christensen.
Anthony Christensen.
Jameson Christopher.
Rose Calasino.
Vida Cole.
Chastity Colquitt.
William Colway.
Giovanna Contreras.
Samuel Crary.
Alyssa Crump.
Eli Curran Moore.
Adi Dahan.
Azaria Davis.
Abati Dedefo.
Madeline DeForge.
Everett Diamond.
James Dempsey.
Sudesh Deunarin.
Ellery Deschamps.
Philip Jerf.
Aiden Doherty.
Brendan Donahue.
Brooklyn Donaldson.
Jack Dooley.
Ashley Durand.
Anna Dusair.
Riley Dvorak.
Annika Eldridge.
Salma Elmi.
Deshaun Emerson.
Haley Erickson.
Benjamin Espino Lima.
Tanea Fanning.
Rama Farah.
Ryan Favor.
Miryam Fhima.
Jacob Fisher.
Sally Fisher.
Owen Flanagan Erickson.
Shamar Fletcher.
Shelby Frankenberry.
Bria Frazier.
Catherine Fredrickson.
Kayla Ferrulli.
Rebecca Verhen.
Sabrina Garcia.
Samantha Garcia.
David Garcia Velez.
Esther Gendler.
Isabel Gilbert Burke.
Eitan Grad.
Damian Grant.
Elijah Gray.
Olivia Gredler.
Caroline Green.
Sarah Marie Green.
Thomas Goodall.
Joshua Halper.
Timothy Rivera.
George Hare.
Bailey Hatchett.
Patrick Havens.
Tasia Hayden.
Kyle Hedblum.
Jacob Henry.
Joseph Hestenes.
Joseph Holloway.
Haley Hypa.
Abdiaziz Ibrahim.
Christina Insixian Mai.
Cecil Jacobson.
Taura Yankuskaitia.
Daisy Jimenez.
Adam Johnson.
Ashley Johnson. Connor Johnson.
Victoria Judson.
Cole Justison.
Avia Kaner Roth.
Madeline Capel.
Evan Keegans.
Charlene Kelly.
Brandon Kirkland.
Savannah Kerr.
Ryan Clares.
Eleanor Klein Olson.
Jake Knudsen.
Sean Kohler.
Abdul Karoma.
Ibrahim Karoma.
Elijah Kozak.
John Kramer.
Keegan Kroll.
Rafferty Kugler.
Tenzin Kunzang.
Dunzi Kunsanga.
Stella Kutz.
Makagli Kuyate.
Jade LaBelle.
Rachel Lang.
Justin Lamar.
Caitlin Lanou.
Cairo Lara Martinez.
Mordecai Leahy.
Ryan Lee.
Hannah Leff.
Lucas Levin.
Isabel Leviton.
Marco Lizama.
Joshua Lindell Paulson.
Kimberly Lindgren.
Brendan Lindstrom.
Zachary Listyak.
Joseph Litton.
Grace Litwiller.
Carly Livingston.
Alondra Liz Fonts.
Jackson Locken.
Kylie Lowe.
William Lott.
Maddie Lund.
Chaim Lubeznik.
Muhammad Muhammad.
Kiman Malone.
Calvin Manning.
Mario Marin Luna.
Sydney Martinez.
Ava Martinson.
Olivia Massey.
Kyrie Mayfield.
Camille Mayfield.
Xavier McDonald.
Ian McIntyre.
Kai McKee.
Sean McSherry.
Ilana Meisler.
Caleb Misek.
Isaac Mincer.
Luke Mobley.
Evian Mohammed.
Ikran Mohammed.
Sumaya Mohammed.
Stuart Manakati.
Alexandra Munson.
Anna Moore.
Doreen Marenga.
Eduardo Morocho.
Peyton Morrison.
Stephanie Muzito Garcia.
Blake Neudecker.
William Nichols.
Aramis Nolan Buckney.
Dante Nord.
Kurt Nystuen.
Exosin Zuzi.
Terrence O'Brien.
Kevin O'Neill.
Liam O'Neill.
Savita Oberdorfer.
Eleanor Oken.
Antonio Olivos Reyes.
Stephanie Olson.
Sadia Omar.
Immaculate Umbaba.
Carl Ordorf.
Zachariah Osman.
Sherry Oditnarin.
Austin Patterson.
Shay Pekarik.
Esmeralda Perez Penales.
Colin Perkins.
Megan Perkins.
Alexander Peterson.
Luke Peterson.
William Phelan.
Alec Pittman.
Lindsay Prestholt.
Benjamin Provost.
Brooklyn Purovitz.
Damian Quinones.
Cyan Kitangang.
Atticus Rash.
Thomas Rainey.
Devin Rayner.
Adam Recknagel.
Ambria Reese. Ethan Rickert.
Elise Riley.
Jacob Riley.
Hadil Rizek.
Jeremy Robb.
Jeffrey Robinson Jr.
Diavian Robinson.
Kayron Robinson.
Benjamin Romaine.
Brandy Romero Juarez.
Sean Rochelle.
Skylar Rudelius Palmer.
Brenton Ryan.
Zachary Ryan.
Ethan Sadler.
Aaron Saleh.
Rueda Syed.
Ayat Salat.
David Salamzadeh.
Ian Sandbo.
Nicole Sanford.
Nathan Sari.
Chloe Scherer.
Hannah Schechter.
Lauren Schmidt.
Elliot Shockett.
Connor Schubring.
Charles Schubel.
John Schubel.
Annabelle Schutte.
Kinsey Scott.
Aliyahu Shalom.
Delisi Sheffield.
Osman Sheik.
Gavin Shoger.
Michael Siegel.
Rosalie Sigrunner Doctor.
Liam Sivanich.
Maya Smith.
Moses Smith.
Rayshawn Smith.
Anthony Sochko.
John Sachko.
Joshua Samaya.
Jonathan Sorensen.
Catherine Steiner.
Jacob Stillman.
Eric Stober.
Annabella Strathman.
Aaron Stolberg.
Wilson Tomei Pineda.
Yasmin Cheetah.
Lucas Thomas.
Kelly Thompson.
Nicholas Thrasher.
Joseph Tirado.
Braden Toussaint.
Ella Trotter.
Max Turner.
Madeline Turnquist.
Promise Ulam.
Seth Vinica.
Anna Van Pilsum Johnson.
Nolan Fundin Indy.
Annika Vignes.
Giselle Filagrana Salazar.
Brittany Villanueva Avelas.
Ariel Vladavar.
Jillian Volk.
Samantha Funderau.
Michelle Vortherms.
Catherine Vu.
Gada Wako.
Damian Wahlberg.
Martha Walton.
Otis Walatny.
Dante Warren.
Abdikafi Varsame.
Amanda Weinberg.
Zoe Weinman.
Isaac Wirt.
Alyssa Wetstein.
Tiana Whitfield.
Joseph Whitlock.
Timothy Wilburn.
Caden Williams.
Erica Wilson.
Mariah Wilson.
Kira Woida.
Grace Volgamut.
Hannah Wolf.
Samuel Wooden.
Lucas Reed.
Sophie Yarosh.
Samyukta Yanamandra.
Vanessa Zarate.
Jacob Zweigbaum.
Congratulations, class of 2018. You did it!